Okay, so today we are going to start with the chapter of Excel. Okay, this is mostly your practical based chapter. Okay, so the first thing is that whatever I will speak, you will keep on jotting down each and everything. So let me just open the Excel sheet on the screen and then we will continue. Okay, so as you can see the screen in front of you, this is a Excel sheet. Okay, I would request everyone to please mute yourself. Okay, as you can see, this is the very first question comes. It's a very common question, that what is cell? So you can jot down the first question of today. What is cell? What is cell? The first question that you can jot down in your copy, in your diary, whatever you are carrying today. What is cell? Okay. So the cell is the combination of the horizontal and the vertical lines intersecting with each other. This is in the center, as you can see that this is a cell which is highlighted in the black box. Now if you see, this box has been created due to the intersection of the vertical and the horizontal line. So in short, you can just jot down the intersection of the vertical and the horizontal lines are known as cell. Okay, please write fast. Okay, the intersection of the horizontal and the vertical lines are known as cell. The next topic is that what is worksheet? Okay, what is worksheet? The next question. Okay, worksheet is the open space of the Excel sheet to perform any work. What is worksheet? The worksheet is the open space, the space on the screen that you can see on your monitor right now. It is the open space of the Excel sheet where you can sit and do your work. Okay, this is basically the definition of your worksheet. Okay, so today what we are going to do is that we will try to create a table. Okay, we will try to create a table out here, and then we will try to perform certain functions. Okay, and it's a very common table that we will create. We will create a very small table. Okay, and then what are the tasks that we will perform is that we will discuss later on. Okay, so let's do it something like that. Acha, first question is, what are the steps in which you can merge multiple cell? What are the steps by which you can merge multiple cells? Okay, the first practical is that what are the steps by which you can merge multiple cell? Okay, so you will see the screen, as along with that you will keep on writing. Okay, so suppose I have this set of cell. Okay, this is the highlighting cell as you can see on your screen. Okay, so what I will do, I will merge these 3-4 selective cells. So what I will do, select number one, left click on any one of the selective cell. This is step number one. Select, number one step is select any one of the cell. Select any one of the cell by left clicking on your mouse. With the help of left clicking on your mouse, select any one of the cell. Okay, this is the step number one. Okay, step number two. Now once this cell is selected, okay, with the help of the left click, with no, let's make it like this. Okay, press your finger upon the left click, press the finger on your left click of the mouse button, and without picking your finger up, drag the mouse sideways. Drag the mouse sideways. So now you can see that.
Sir, can you repeat once?
Sorry, these are not meant to be repeated. You have to speed up. Select one of the cell, and then by clicking on your left mouse button, drag your mouse towards the sideways. You will see that multiple cells are selected. I repeat, the multiple cells are selected. Now you have to merge. Merge means join. You need to join the cells. Okay, so how will you do it? So you will take your mouse button on the alignment tab. As you can see, there is a alignment tab. In the alignment tab, you will find merge and center. I repeat, merge and center. Click on merge and center with the help of your left click of your mouse. Okay. Now you can see that there are no cell partition, all the cells are joined. This is the process by which you can merge multiple cells together. Now this thing we have done row wise. We will try to do column wise, okay, in the next. Okay, so how to merge the cell column wise? The first one was how to merge the cell row wise. The second exercise is how to merge the cell column wise. Okay, now again we will select any different cell. Okay, so the address of the cell, you can see it is E6. As you can see, whenever you select the cell, the name of the cell is appear in the cell box. Now I have selected E6, so E6 is appearing in the cell box on the left hand side on the top. Okay, so now we will follow the same pattern, that is dragging the cell downwards without lifting the mouse from the left click, by which we can select multiple cell. Without removing the finger from the left button of your mouse, we will drag the mouse downwards. I repeat, we will drag the mouse downwards without lifting the finger from the left button of your mouse. Okay, again we will take the cursor mouse into the alignment button, and there you will get to see merge and center. Okay, we will click the merge and center button with the help of the from the alignment tab. Okay, once we click it, you can see that there is no cell partition. All these multiple cells are already joined. I hope you can see it on your screen. Okay, see, these cells are all, there is no line partitions in the middle. Okay, so this is the process of merging the cell. Okay, this is the process of merging the cell. This one which I have done is a row wise merging, and out here what we are doing is a column wise merging. So there are two ways of merging process: merging multiple cell row wise and merging multiple cell column wise. Okay, so now this is the first thing. Now what we will do, we will create a small table with certain data. Let's say we are creating a marks table. Okay, so we have certain subject, say English 1, then we have English 2, then we have let's say second language, then you have math, you have science, and you have history, geography, computer. Okay, so as you can see, these are the cells which are available. These I have named the cell so that you can understand the name of your subjects, and out here I am giving the name of the students. Okay, so I'm just numbering it: student 1, student 2, student 3, student 4, student 5, student 6, student 7, student 8. Okay, so these are the name of the students, and I am entering certain marks for each one of them. Okay, so let's say 35. You can jot the table also in your copy so that we can repeat the exercise next day. 35, 65, 75, 85, 95, 25, 15, 20. Okay, then you have 43, 43, then you have 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. Okay, then you have out here 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58. Okay, then you have, so I'm just taking only 4 students. Okay, otherwise it will become too big. Okay, because I need to show you the practical also, so I'm taking only 4 students. So let's say 65, 64, 63, 61, 68, 69, 70, 85. Okay, so this is the table that I have prepared. This is somewhat looks like your tabulation sheet of your annual examination. Okay, so the first practical that we will perform here is that number 1, the first process of entering, write the question on your copy, the first process of entering formula in the cell. I repeat, the first process of entering formula in the cell. The first process of entering formula in the cell. Okay, so now see, I have to calculate the total of each and every student. Okay, so the process number 1 is, you can write in the bracket, using mathematical function. The first process of calculating total is using the mathematical function, and this mathematical function is known as sum function, SUM. SUM is the mathematical function by which you can calculate or you can prepare the formula. Okay, so see, everyone, I should be on the screen. Okay, so right now I am calculating the total of the number 1 student. So how should I write? Okay, this is number 1 student, as you can see. So here in the total column, I will double click and now I will write equal to, then I will write in capital letter SUM. You can see these are the list of the formula. Here I have written sum is appearing with a blue click. Okay, so this is the sum function. Okay, now in the sum function, inside the bracket, within the bracket, what you have to write? You have to write the cell address of the first and the cell address of the last. Now if you see, what is the cell address of the 35 marks? It is C4. So we will write C4. Now you see the blue box is appearing on the C4. That means that cell is selected. Okay, now we will put is to sign. Okay, is to, that means on the left side of the is to is the beginning of the cell. Okay, the first cell from where the number is to be taken, and on the right hand of the cell will be the last cell. The last cell is computer. For number 1 student, as you can see, it is, what is the cell address? J4. So J4. The moment I click J4, see all of the cells are selected. I repeat, the moment I press C4, only C4 was selected. The moment I press J4, that means all the cells are selected which lies in between C4 and J4. So with the help of the sum function, as you can see, you can do the total of range of cells. I repeat, range of cell addition can be performed. Okay. So now my formula is completed. Now if I press enter, see 415 appears. That means with the help of the mathematical function, this is the first process by which we can write the formula. Now if you want to see the formula, okay, if I select on 414 in the formula tab upwards, if you see my mouse cursor very properly, it is written equal to sum C4 is to J4. Okay, and now how to understand whether my formula is correct or not? Now if you see that in the cell number K4, the K4 cell has been highlighted here, cell number K4, there we are writing sum C4 J4. Okay, now to check whether the total is correct or not, we will do what? We will learn the second process of addition. What is the second process of addition? We will do manual addition. Okay, so I am writing MANUAL. Next, okay, this is, we will perform manual addition. So in the manual addition, how we have to do? We will double click on the cell, we will put equal sign, and here we will write the address of all the cells. I repeat, we will write the address of every cell. 35 comes under what? C4. So we will write C4. Okay, see, C4 is selected, plus D4 is the next cell address. D4 65 is selected. Then we will press E4. 75 is selected. Then F4. Okay, 85 is selected. Plus G4. 95 is selected. Plus then you have H4 is the next. H4 is selected. Then I4. I4 is also selected. Next J4. J4 is also selected. Okay. Now we will press enter. See here also 415 is coming. So as you can see that we have learned two process of writing a formula. One is using mathematical function. I'm clicking on 415. As you can see, there is a mathematical function which is given sum. What do you mean by sum? Sum is the mathematical function to add, to perform total in the range of cell. I repeat, sum function is used to add up range of cell. Now if I click on the manual button, in the manual button you can see on the formula bar equal to the name of all the cell address are given. So this is manual way of writing a formula. And if you see this one, that is the total part, then this is the mathematical function that which you can use in the formula. Okay, now this is done. Now how to perform multiple addition in a drag down process? The next practical is how to perform multiple addition using drag down process. I repeat again, how to perform multiple additions using drag down process. Right, the next question, how to perform multiple addition using drag down process. Okay, now if you can see, if I click on 415 right now on your screen, you can see the formula is already given. Okay, now if I zoom little bit more on the screen, in the black box of the selected cell in the total column, there is some kind of small dotted box. So if you take your mouse cursor over, your cursor change into plus sign. Normally you see it is a thick plus sign, but if you take it to the corner of bottom end corner of the selected cell, it becomes thin plus sign. So what we will do, we will left click on the mouse button. I repeat again, we will left click on the mouse button and we will drag down to the rest of the cell. We are dragging down in the rest of the cell. Please do not remove your finger from the mouse. I repeat, do not remove your finger from the left button of your mouse. Now if you drag down, then and if you leave the mouse, see, automatically with the help of the drag down process, okay, all the total has automatically calculated. I repeat, what we have done, okay, we will click, I will repeat the process again, see very carefully. In the 415, if we click out here, okay, and if we take the mouse cursor to the bottom end corner of the selective cell, your plus operator changes into thin plus sign. Now press your finger on the left mouse button and without removing the finger, drag it downwards. I repeat, drag it downwards and keep pressing. Don't remove your finger. Now once you remove the finger, you will see that automatically for the rest of the cell, the formula has automatically calculated. As you can see, the formula is automatically calculated. Okay, so I'm performing the same operation for this manual table also. Okay, how we are doing it? See, I will click on the cell. Okay, now if I take my mouse cursor to the bottom end corner of the selective cell, my mouse cursor changes to thin plus. Okay, thin plus symbol. Now I will drag it downwards. I am dragging downwards. Now once I drag the downwards, what it is happening? See, nothing is there right now. Don't remove your finger until and unless this I say. Now once we remove the finger, see, automatically the total has been calculated. So these are the three ways of performing the formula. Okay, first one is you use the mathematical function. Okay, the first process is that you use mathematical function. The second process is that you write the cell address of all the cells and then you perform certain mathematical operation. Okay, in the third step, what we have done, okay, once any one of the cell has been calculated, we can perform drag down option, and by the help of that we can perform the addition very easily. Okay, so these are the three methods. Okay, we will carry forward with another mathematical calculation. For that, I think it may not be visible, so I'm reducing the size of the cell little bit so that it is visible for everyone. Okay, okay, so now what we will do, we will perform average. Okay, so how to perform that average? Okay, the first process again. Okay, and I am making two columns. One is average manual and average using formula. Okay, so how to perform the average? How to perform an average? So see, we firstly, in the first step, we will use the mathematical formula, that is equal to, okay, a v. Okay, can you see average out here in the list? The moment I type AV, yes, there is an average. Okay, so I'll click this and press enter. Nothing happened. Okay, so I'm writing it again. Okay, and I double click. Okay, now average, which average need to be taken out? This particular average need to be taken out. That is the first one, that is total. Okay, so first student's average I am calculating. So what do I have? 415. So what address should I enter? This is K4. K4. Okay, and colon, how many subjects are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 subjects. So 8. Okay, and I press it and press enter. So what does it say? It says error. So what we are supposed to do? So let's just press enter. Okay, so see, you cannot calculate the average like this. Okay, so what we can do is that we will use the manual method of calculating the average. So what we will do, we will press equal to 415 is available in 415 is available in, as you can see, it is available in K4. So K4, okay, this is division sign, as you can see on your screen, divided by 8 subject, okay, and bracket close. So your average become 51.875. Okay, now if we have to perform the average for the other students, then we will perform again same, the drag down option. We will click it and we'll drag it down slowly, and we'll leave it. Now if you see, all the average have automatically calculated for the other students. Okay, so this is how we can calculate an average. Okay, now the average function is used for the range of cell. Now suppose we are calculating the average of all the students together. Okay, so suppose this is the cell which I am selecting here. So what I will perform, equal average. Okay, this is the last exercise that we'll perform today. Average. Okay, and I will click all the cells together. Okay, and I close it, enter. Now the average of this total is 442. Okay, so how to check whether my calculation is correct or not? So I will place equal to and I will perform the average together. How? See, firstly, 450 is present in K4. So I will do K4 plus K5. Whenever I am writing the address cell, see the address are getting selected with different color, plus K6 plus K7. Okay, selected all together and divided by 1, 2, 3, 4, divided by 4. So see 442. So if you see the differences, see here the average is calculated using the formula. Okay, if you see my cursor mouse, just follow the direction of my cursor movement. If you see here the 442 is obtained using the mathematical formula, and here the 442 is obtained by writing the formula manually. Okay, so these are the process that any mathematical formula can be written using manual method, as well as there are some methods or some functions are automatic available inside the Excel sheet. Okay, so with this set of the exercise we will continue our next class. Please keep it with you, don't lose it. Okay, we will perform some other practicals in the next class. Okay, so that's all for today. Thank you very much. And I will upload this video in the YouTube. Okay, if any student have missed out, you can go through my YouTube channel and you can see the practical properly. Okay, you might miss out
Yes, sir.
anything today, but you can go to the YouTube channel and you can see the practical of each and every videos that we will be conducting in the class. Thank you very much.